Well, might as well finish. I think this is the last Summoner's Court match, but I could be wrong. It's either this one or there's one more.
Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
Okay, so the bouncing boys and the suction circles.
Precisely as planned.
Accio.
Pop.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio.
You're going right for the thing. Okay.
Precisely as planned.
Concerned. Pull it that way.
Accio.
Okay.
Nice technique. Accio. Precisely as planned.
Okay. Dang it.
Such grace. Finesse.
Oh,
Didn't
I can't believe
say
I lost on
adore
that.
competition.
That is actually annoying that I lost on that. I could have actually just won with the second.
Hard luck.
Yeah. Amen.
Absolutely.
Accio.
I'm sorry, what?
Precisely as planned.
Okay.
Accio.
There.
Nice technique. Accio. Precisely as planned.
Okay. No!
Nice technique.
Okay.
Accio.
Oh, well, that's kind of BS.
Precisely as planned.
Accio.
Come on. Yes!
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Well, you are good.
Yay!
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost.
I play by intuition, natural skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
And I will probably beat him too. Okay. were. Oh, in the map chamber. That's not the one I was doing. I was doing this one. Oh, okay, so it's over here.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
If your grand's alright and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
Great.
What do you mean?
What is
The
it?
poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Okay.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all
But
costs.
I didn't mention the centaurs.
Centaurs aren't known for being the friendliest lot. Especially not with wizard kind, and not right now.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
That was the quest. I'll pick up this quest and move to the next one then.
Revelio.
This way, yes.
The sheer nerve taking them down.
Pardon me, is everything alright?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me
Wait,
put
those
them
two
back.
I already put
We've
back?
always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Okay. I mean, it just sounds like a bunch
Perhaps I
of
could help put the bells back
people
up.
being
Really?
overly
Oh, that would be
sensitive.
wonderful.
Both
The
sides,
bells are
really.
in the bell tower, just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are... The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did that
you're
a while
credit
ago.
to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and...
out to the Undercroft. I think I might have taken a wrong turn. There we go. Wow, that takes forever. Okay, so what does Sebastian want to whine about now?
Did you speak with my uncle?
Yes.
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
That relic, dark
Will be
magic or
put
not,
into
is the
the
key to saving Anne.
Black Book.
To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I think you're pushing it.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Bunch of short quests suddenly.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh, that is cool. I will admit though, I always thought the Grand Hall was bigger. I thought it would be about twice the size it is in the game.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
But one of the things, like you have to, something like for me to realize, you have to realize this is one person here. This whole set of table can probably seat, I'm a horrible guess at numbers, but I want to say around 50 people. So this, granted, this is already large. It's just, games to me do not convey scale.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
And that's why I'm a big fan
I still
of
can't
VR.
believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I mean, you did just go away from her.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Hallow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me, just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted, and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me, and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm sorry,
stint
Natty.
to have.
I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Hallow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
Okay.
Thank you again for saving me.
Revelio.
You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Why is there suddenly
Revelio.
a chest marker here? There's the way out over here. Okay.
Revelio.
Okay, so it's up there. I'm not sure where it is. Whatever. Before I do anything, let's just check to see if there are any more quests quick. Not seeing any. Yeah, is there any in Hogsmeade? Nope. I don't think there's any in Hogwarts, but kind of annoying, but you have to check each flag individually. Okay, so map chamber it is.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Okay. Oh, come on.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
There, finally. Polyjuice. I'm gonna take on his appearance? That seems like a weird way to go in. Okay.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Why
Wait,
do you
doesn't
randomly
Polyjuice
have
potion
that?
require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence.
Okay,
Drink
so
up and I
just
shall
cause.
explain more.
Also, Hermione did not take a long time to brew it in the movie.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes.
Okay, so that's
As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Yes.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets...
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners? Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Okay, I have to admit, so far this is my favorite quest.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
All
What
the
did we do to
mayhem.
deserve him as a headmaster?
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
This way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
This is rather funny. Whoever wrote this section had a really...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
Oh no.
Professor, I need to speak to you.
Okay.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Yep.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the elegant banners of Ravenclaw. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's purebloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Gotta love this.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Okay, which way am I going? Okay. to go this way, huh? Well, I must be decently close. I have to wonder if there's some kind of trivia about this, because I remember in the first episode it was of the shifting staircase, they were like full staircases that occasionally just changed directions, not stairs that would randomly spawn.
Handy resource indeed.
Oh, am I going to the one area that I couldn't before?
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Bonjour, Pierre.
Toujours pure.
Toujours Pierre. Why did I say bon? Did I say bonjour? That was absolutely horrible of me if I did.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Okay.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Mine. 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 What's this? Finish. Ask my return. Clearly seem to be an owl, although they never mention you. I'm certain they're proud of you. Okay, so he's ignoring his family.
Aloha Mora.
Okay, well, what's up here?
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
This one does seem well rusted over compared to the other one. Regarding your letter date, shall not reconsider the admissions process at Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Okay, probably down below.
Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Okay.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal.
Okay, well, I don't want to do that yet. I feel like there's... Why did I... Mustache wax. Okay.
Revelio.
I feel like there should be something here. Can I take this now? No? Never? Okay. I haven't read anything. Why did I get sucked in?
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention.
Okay.
Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Okay, this is
The first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Does this have something to do with the Deathly Hallows?
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now. Free!
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right.
Yeah, the center one's looking right at me. Go, 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 go.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Yeah. Whee! This is some very interesting... like this. This is actually one of the highlight quests for me. This is so cool.
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. Move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Wait for him to turn around. Okay. There he goes.
nothing this way, more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
Thanks for the opening.
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Revelio.
Oh.
Now's my chance.
Follow.
That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Yes, fully invisible. So now I shouldn't have to worry about the line of sight and all that. So if the invisibility,
They can't see me
first
at
of the
all.
Deathly Hallows.
I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
I'm not gonna get the Elder One, am I? That's...
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Okay, so the Elder Wand.
I've never felt such power.
Depulso. Descendo. Depulso.
Why won't it break?
Revelio. Bombarda.
Oh, okay.
Revelio.